Welcome to Star Wars Timeline. Today's video is about Darren Tan, a digital artist from Singapore. I believe I saw his work for the first time in Star Wars The Essential Reader's Companion, written by Pablo Hidalgo. I instantly recognized some iconic scenes he painted from the Star Wars Legends books. Here was Luke Skywalker's training sessions with Mara Jade at the Jedi Praxium on Yavin 4, the Solo twins Jason and Jaina surrounded by the intergalactic invaders Yuuzhan Vong, other classic characters such as Darth Vader, the bounty hunter Dengar, and a lot more. So I naturally wanted to do a video on his portfolio, but there was a tiny problem. I could only find a handful of low-resolution pics on Google, and I figured, you know what, I'll set it aside for later. When I get the chance to fully investigate, and do my research. As it turned out, there was a tiny mistake on my behalf. For some odd reason, I completely mixed up his name with David Tan. I don't know, maybe it was some name that I researched. Anyway, Darren, if you happen to watch this video, my sincerest apologies to you as well as to your fans, which I proudly consider myself one of. It was an honest mistake. Thanks, Google. Anyway, let's get back on track and talk about the artist. So Darren Tan started his journey majoring in traditional animation at the Lim Kok Wing University. He traveled to Canada to study computer animation, and it was then when he discovered digital painting, which he started doing between classes in his spare time. By the way, Darren states in his interview in the rolloverplaydead.com that he's completely self-taught in that discipline. So guys, you can imagine my surprise as I'm learning all of these neat details. Guys, I won't go into Darren's personal journey of becoming a digital artist here because A, I couldn't find much information on his biography. There isn't like a Wikipedia page. Well, there is actually one tiny page on David Tan, the musician. Obviously not the guy we're looking for. And B, I kind of grabbed the basic information from his interview, and I feel it would do the website a disservice by reciting the original script. Instead, I'm gonna drop the link to the full interview in the video description below. Once you finish feasting your eyes on his awesome artwork, I strongly recommend you go check it out. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do the same. I didn't want to have this discussion of his work be influenced by the details I might find there. Suffice to say, Darren is pretty huge in the sci-fi and fantasy art community at the moment. His signature style made a splash across multiple intellectual properties such as Marvel Comics, Warhammer 40k, Legends of the Five Rings, and of course what we're all here for, Star Wars. So now I'd like to shift focus and actually talk about how I felt seeing his paintings for the first time, analyze his style a bit, and make a case for his contribution to the franchise. But before I take a stab at it, guys, I gotta get this out of the way. As a traditional animation student myself, which I got a BA degree from the School of Visual Arts in New York City, I was never a huge fan of digital art or 3D animation as far as the animated feature films are concerned. However, I've always been a huge gamer my entire life since the original 8-bit Nintendo. In Russia, we actually knew it as Dandy. Don't ask me why, guys, it's probably some marketing thing. Anyway, I know it sounds like a paradox, right? There I was looking at the 8-bit Ninja Gaiden pixelated intro as art, moving on to mind-blowing full-motion videos, or as we called them back in the day, FMVs, from the PlayStation 1 era of Final Fantasy games, but I didn't recognize the digital painting as an art form. The first reaction I remember having when I saw Darren's work was, holy space Anakins, it's so cinematic. How was it done? Is this guy a formally trained oil painter, or is it all digital? It struck me how natural his color palette looked. When I see digital paintings, my eye instantly is directed to use of color, and I was blown away how expertly the artist commands the medium. I tossed all of my preconceived notions out the window, and I immediately gave his Star Wars pictures their well-earned attention. And the deeper I got into it, the more thrilled I became. Because it was so much more than just pretty colors or eye candy. Everything Darren does meshes well together into one powerful art style. His rich color palette is almost photographic in quality and informs a great understanding of perspective and depth of field. His compositions are very well thought out as well. He knows where to position his characters on the canvas to amplify the dramatic tension, or drop a ship into empty space and still capture that edge-of-your-seat dogfight moment. It all looks simple at the first glance. Just paint some stars, drop an X-Wing in there and you're done, right? Well, wrong. Because his work goes beyond a cool rendering of a starship that we all have seen a million times before. Darren puts us into a scene and gives us a clue about a story happening there, and that is not easy to do at all. I love how Darren portrays familiar characters. They all look instantly recognizable, and each illustration captures the spirit of the character. The poses are simple, but are appropriate to the hero or a villain he's working with, either ready to spring into action, take a defensive stance, or relay a sense of imminent threat. The new characters we have not seen painted before look like real people living and breathing in the Star Wars universe. I don't know about yourself, but I for one start to feel curious and want to learn more about them. But what's going on in the scene? Remember how I said earlier his work feels cinematic? This is exactly what I mean. And I'm happy to say that the ships are no exception. The visual language of Star Wars is so recognizable around the world, and Darren's renderings are always focused on larger story. The Rebel ships have so much personality and charm, while the Imperial vessels are always cold and menacing, like giant predators ready to pounce. As a matter of fact, I confused one of his paintings with Ralph McQuarrie's works, and I had to double check the source just to make sure. That all speaks to the artist's deeper understanding of the franchise's visual language. I was so happy to discover a digital painter who completely shifted my perception of the medium and made me appreciate his work as much as some of my all-time favorite Star Wars traditional artists. Which, by the way, I'm sure Darren is very well informed by and possibly inspired by the great masters of old. I can't imagine him not knowing who Ralph McQuarrie or Dave Dorman or Stephen Yule are. The magical aura they all breathed into Star Wars lives on in this artist's work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, I'll drop the link to his full interview in the video description below. Go check it out and let us know what you enjoyed the most about Darren's journey of becoming a major voice in Star Wars. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss my future videos, and I'll see you guys later. May the Force be with you.